Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Watcher run. I've got this one labeled as Insane Watcher Deck in my videos here, so hopefully we're in for a quick and easy one here. Having a look. The right side has a campfire before the elite, and the rest of the paths seem pretty, like, suicidal. I could go left as well, kind of the same thing, but I know that I go right here. There's an early shop there if I want to just remove a card. Seems I don't. That's actually questionable. Could have just gone to the early shop, removed another defend. That would have been pretty good. Bit strange. I normally tend to do the very small deck thing. I take after the former record holder Merle, 38 wins in a row back in the day. I watched all those, or most of those. They were very long runs, which I tend to not enjoy, but I'm good at skipping around. So I did take some mental notes watching the old Merle runs, and I understand what the good cards are when you're doing the small deck thing, and kind of how to go about it. The hard thing with that is playing the fights when you're kind of being greedy with your picks. Sometimes it can be rather awkward because you don't have that many options. Gotta see the line. So here we take a consecrate early. It's I tend to be less greedy. Certain people may have argued that skipping that was correct because none of the cards were good enough. I am not this sort of thinker though. I take the early damage still, it's fine. And if I happen to not go infinite, that's great, in fact, because it's more fun to not go infinite. But sometimes you just find the rush down and you already had a card move on floor 0 and you just go infinite, and that's... The Watcher falls into the infinite so easily. It is crazy how easy it is to just go infinite. I have lethal here. I just checked my draw pile. I should see it. Rush down, eruption, strike, strike is lethal. I missed it though. That's a mistake. It's okay though. I'm full blocking. I have lethal again. I missed it again. Yikes. So that's actually one of the worst things I've ever done, is missing lethal twice in a row as the Watcher. It's always lethal as the Watcher. What am I doing? There's certainly nothing else going on there. I just missed it twice. Should be the last time that happens though. Please bear with me. And card move is great. Remove a defend. Wow. Thank you, Cleric. Let me get to heal. I take the heal instead of max health, even though almost certainly could have gotten away with the max health. Just to be safe. There's no need to take the max health. If you can get a full heal, it's great. Max health is not that important. Or I should say, 6 max health is not that important. Was it 5 actually? It's 5 max health, right? 5 max health is not that much. And unfortunately, bottom decking the Eruption and the Vigilance are 2 good cards at the very bottom. We did find a Carve Reality as well, by the way. That's a premium attack. Basically solves the entirety of Act 1 by itself. If you find that on floor 1, you don't have to take any more damage the entire act. Literally, that's actually true. Just go for the card removes and try to find the good cards. Inner Peace, Fear No Evil, the 1-cost commentaries that are repeatable. And Tantrum's really good. Rushdown's really good. Definitely. Interested in killing the middle one here because it's hitting me, but I actually don't, because I can only take 2 and kill the other one. So for next turn we're blocking better, and that was wise. Didn't draw very well there. So a few ways to do this. I need 12 damage on the middle one there, so I could smite it, or I could go Carve Strike, save the smite, and then hope to draw Eruption soon, which would actually kill this outright. 9 plus 24. There's a lot of math involved for lethaling as the Watcher, because if you can't get out in Wrath, then you're taking double damage. And that's awkward, of course. When we find a Dream Catcher, whenever we rest, we can get a cardboard screen. That's fine if we're resting. And Crush Joint is here. We do have an upgrade available. Nothing too pressing to upgrade. Rushdown would be a great upgrade, of course, but it's not necessary to upgrade. Whereas Crush Joints is necessary to upgrade. You have to upgrade that card, otherwise you shouldn't be picking it. The difference between 1 vulnerable and 2 is huge. And we found a Regal Pillow. Whenever we rest for 15 more health. So we have a bit of a rest build going on. Should have played Carve there. I would be able to get out right here. I was hoping to just draw Rush down and not have to take any damage, but like it wasn't necessarily a mistake. It's just that it happened to not work out here. But I think the better line was just to take the 3 and play the Carviati. Gotta skip those cards. Already have enough damage, and don't want Empty Body or cards like that where they're just like, they block once. Defend Plus that has the benefit of leaving Wrath is not good enough, I think. This is the Merle game plan. There is lethal here, although the numbers are weird. Yeah. Carviati plus Smite on the right one kills it, and then Crush Joint Consecrate on the left one kills it. But you can do this any number of ways. There we go. And here we go. Mental Fortress versus Tantrum. Mental Fortress is arguably the best block card in the entire game, and a permanent solution for block for the whole run, but Tantrum is so insane here. We already have a small deck. We have the Crush Joints, wants a little more damage and more Wrath entry. And the really insane thing about it is the whole goes back into your deck thing. Because that means you can just keep going and going with Rush Down. And it's so strong. So I do take the Tantrum over the Mental Fortress. I'm assuming we're not fighting Guardian. I think if we were fighting Guardian, I would have taken the Mental Fortress for a block solution. But we're probably fighting Slime Boss or Hexaghost, where I need more damage to race the boss. You have to take Guardian the most seriously as the Watcher, because there are a lot of turns where you can't attack it, and boy does Watcher love to just kill things. There's Crush Joints, so this thing might just be dead. Goodbye, Lagavulin. Overkilling by quite a bit too, like 20-ish. And Vajra's here. Great with Tantrum, of course, giving us 1 innate strength. And we also found a Flurry, which I might actually take, because Vajra and Crush Joints and a good amount of stance swapping is quite good. So some cards like Flurry, you know, you don't want to take the mediocre attacks or the mediocre block cards, but Mental Fortress or Flurry sometimes can be worth adding to the deck. And there's a lot of things that break Tantrum or a Flurry wide open, like Shuriken, stuff like that. Definitely very comfortably a broken card in certain situations. Also, Talk to the Hand makes it very good. And the Meditate is here as well. That's going to get clicked on and upgraded. Very good card. Or Hexaghost. So play the Tantrum, so it goes back in the deck, so I'll always have a Wrath entry. And that's like, we drew both the Wrath entries on turn 1 there. That's pretty awkward. Except Tantrum goes back in the deck. Oh! I accidentally played Meditate. Oh, this is the run where I save Scum, I think. I actually save Scum here. Because this is throwing the run, and like, it wasn't even... This was not even a misclick. This was like I tabbed out and then tabbed back in, and like my mouse was already on Meditate. So I think I do actually save Scum here. Yeah. I've done it, guys. I've done it. There was recently the Pride with Friends thing where you actually were allowed legally to save Scum if you misclick. So apparently it is okay with some people to do this. But I tend to never ever save Scum. So, yeah, getting the game back up here. Gonna continue. So full transparency, okay? Full transparency. The first save Scum I've uploaded, I believe, ever. I think this one's fair enough, guys. Comment below if you've lost all respect for me. Yeah, the card that says end your turn being played first was a bit of a bummer, that's for sure. I missed like 100 damage. In the fight where you have to kill it fast enough before it kills you. Ouch. Should have played that second. Because it got reshuffled without getting added back to our hand. It's almost dead already. Is it just dead? It may have just been dead right there. No, not quite. If I had a duplication pot of this smite, it would have died though, but we want to save that, of course. It's dead. So, like, that easy, right? But if I had not saved scum, we may have actually died. And that's such a shame. Like, this deck should not be dying there. Very, very sad. Wish is probably good enough with the Tantrum. It's a nice little meta-scaling card, gives us gold. And if we want, we can play it for strength, which is great with Tantrum. And Violet Lotus is here. My god, that is an insane relic. So now every time we leave Calm, instead of getting 2 energy, we get 3 energy. And that even makes Vigilance and Tantrum net neutral in energy together. So we don't even have to find the 1-cost commentary anymore to go infinite. And that's insane. Even just Vigilance and Eruption Plus goes infinite with that relic. If you have a few enough cards in your deck and a rush down. I'd love to find a shop or two for some removes. Good looking path. Oh, I can't believe I had to save scum. Maybe I didn't even have to. That would have been amazing if I did the misplay and then just won anyway. I probably could have gotten away with it. If I had duplication pot, I definitely could have gotten away with it. And I get to wish for gold there. I should take Tranquility Plus. Not an amazing card, but when I have this Eruption Plus and Tantrum and Flurry, I really want ways to swap stances. Tranquility, notably, is not a real card. It goes away after the first use, which is actually good, possibly. And when we're doing the Rushdown thing or Rushdown Tantrum thing, we can, draw back into the Tantrum and then get out of Wrath by playing the Tranquility and then keep going. It's quite good. And I was considering Halt because we don't have block since I didn't take Mental Fortress, but not interested in that. We are hoping we don't need the block yet. It's long-term thinking. So, and sadly find a Tantrum here. We were fighting Hexaghost, of course, so it was correct to take the Tantrum in Act 1. Thinking about buying the boot because we have Tantrum. That cannot be good. We have Vajra. Thinking about Establishment because we have Meditate. So it could retain the cards with Meditate and then reduce our cost, but that's very slow. Don't want to do that. And we don't even care about the energy gain, really. Just remove a card and move on. Save the gold for future card removes. And really good things. Gold is so valuable as the Watcher. You have to, we're not buying like Flurry 2 here or anything, because it may prevent us from removing cards later. We don't need it. I'm really, really considering this establishment. It's fun, which is why. Like, I know it's wrong. But, could go for something a bit cooler doing the established meditate thing rather than just doing the infinite, but we're already basically infinite. Pivoting at this point would be a fool's errand. I could wish for plated armor here to not take damage. That'd be spicy. I'm looking at the Path of Kinnaman myself too. It's not too scary looking. And can save Tranquility. It's a 0-cost card, so we can play whenever we want. So after we find Flurry, for example, if we played Tranquility last turn, we would miss 5 damage. And I wish, or I meditate for the wish, so I can play the Wish for gold. Gonna wish for gold as much as possible. Very good. And Inner Peace, that's a snap pick. Inner Peace, such an insane card. A 1-cost commentary that's repeatable for our Tantrum Rushdown Infinite, and also draws cards when you're already in comm, which is insane. If it just said enter comm, 1 cost, it would already be good. And found a Bag of Prep, drawing 2 extra cards on turn 1, as you can see. Basically the Silent Starter Relic. One of the most powerful relics in the game, and it's at common. My god, it's insane. Could have considered playing Attack Pot here to not take 14, but I don't even care. We're certainly not dying here. Find the Rush, or find the Tantrum and or Eruption, and the fight's over. Ow, my ears. Sometimes the game does that. And gonna be able to wish for gold against Slavers here, which is very sad for the Slavers. Or Slavers. We find a Singing Bowl. Whenever we see a card award screen, we can, instead of skipping, choose to gain 2 max health. And that's great as the Watcher, as Watcher tends to be pickier with their cards. And a Teardrop Locket is here. Boy, is that insane. We start each combat in Calm, so if we draw Inner Peace, we can just draw. And I key an Ancient Tea set there. That relic sucks. No thanks. Prayer Wheel is here. Didn't even consider that, but yeah, we have to card move, so it's not a real consideration. And buy a Fairy in a Bottle as well. Fairy in a Bottle is something I think is worth taking for some Muns. It's a solution to turn 2 of the Heart if you are doing the infinite thing. Sometimes you will not have a way out, and you will just draw 5 statuses and die to the 67 damage. So just having that insurance for the whole run is definitely nice. I tend to play in a way which might be wrong, but it allows me to compensate for the possibility of making mistakes and or building incorrectly. Because like people love to act like they're so good and like you play optimally, but playing optimally involves never making mistakes. And I certainly am not capable of doing that. So take the things that help you not die when you do make a mistake instead. Like, how do we ever lose with the Fairy in a Bottle, right? It's just impossible. And I'm considering trying to find a way to play Wish there, but it would involve taking 11 damage or killing it, getting out of Calm there, unfortunately. Omniscience is here, but it's not good. 2 max health. Omniscience is cool and all, but completely worthless here. Puts 2 rushdowns in play. Plays Wish twice if we haven't drawn the Wish yet. Sure. I can wish for gold. Wish for gold, Miracle, Meditate, probably. And this wish is, or this champ is about to get completely owned. All we have to do is decide to wish for strength instead, and it is dead. Which is kind of crazy. The fact that you can do either with Wish is so disgusting. And I don't even think Wish is that insane of a Watcher card, like relative to the other Watcher cards. And we find a Bird face turn. Every time we play a power, we will gain 2 health. That's pretty good. And I take a Wallop, just to make sure we can actually block. We're getting to that point where if we don't have one way to block, we might lose the run. So take the Wallop. We do have the ability to gain strength, a Vajra for 1 strength, and vulnerable, and a very consistent Wrath. So we're going to be hitting for 38, I believe, with that Wallop this fight. That's a lot of block. But it does prevent us, like, it puts us a step back from going infinite, of course, so it's not great. But worth noting that when you have the Violet Lotus, you don't actually need to have as few cards as you otherwise would in order to go infinite, because you can alternate between the Vigilance and the Inner Peace. which is definitely the real deal there. So play the Wish. Yup. I could just wallop right now, hit it for 39 like I said. So did I say 38? Math is so hard. There's some rounding stuff going on. It might just be dead right now. No, I don't have enough energy. But it's splitting now, so it's going to have to take a whole turn off. Wow, that's brutal. Poor champ. Can we deal 4 damage? Oh, and by the way, in case you were curious, this is a skip, I think, by the way. Although I may take the Deva form because I love taking Deva form. We have a bird face turn. I really love Deva form. Look how pretty the beta art is, too. My god. I hope I take the Deva form, but it's probably wrong. Anyway, you may have been wondering, why did I close my game instead of just leaving and reopening it for when I save scummed? It turns out there's a sound glitch that occurs sometimes where, and I play with my volume actually down. I send it to a virtual audio cable so that I don't have to hear the sound all the time. And so I don't even notice that's happening, basically, when it is happening. So sometimes I'll record a video, it's a great run, and then I have the sound glitch. I'm like, oh my god. And those runs, if it's bad enough, I don't even upload them. Although I've had an occasional where it's like, there's like a middling version of it, where like some sounds aren't working, but then some of them are. It's very strange. It's very strange. But sometimes it's like the music is off and like half the sound effects or more aren't working, and it's like, this is unwatchable. Very sad. So then the solution is to restart the game, so I just preemptively restart the game to avoid that. And wow, falling removes a strike. That's insane. And the question mark is also a shop, and it has a rush down in it. Oh my god, this sequence of events is insane. There's also Ori, but it's like not even good. We're going to another shop soon. Every other character I've snap picked Ori, but not this one. Who needs more cards? We need less cards. There's a third rush down, but we can't card or move alongside it. There's also pellets, but nope. Down to 17 total cards in the deck. Let's count how many fake cards we have. 1, 2, 3 with Deva form. 4 with Wish. Tranquility's 5. So that's already down to, and Ascender's Bane's fake, so that's down to 11 already. So I think we're infinite. They have this Deva form sitting there looking pretty, very cool. Thinking about Halt. Counting my real cards, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So I'm already like just on the line. Not interested in taking any more cards. We have this one wallop, so hopefully that one wallop is good enough, and hopefully we find an inner or a mental fortress at some point, or talk to the hand. But if we don't find either of those, it could be a bit awkward blocking against the heart. So, but it is possible to win with just the one. Sadly, getting attacked here by Giant Head on turn 1. That's a bit of a bummer. Can play the Deva form though. And so now with double rush down, we draw 4 cards every time we get into Wrath. And that's absolutely disgusting. We are officially clicking cards. Should have played a Miracle before that. Get to Wish for Gold against Giant Head. Giant Head is not a real threat. It's probably dead this turn, to be honest, because we've already played 14 cards, so it's going to be taking a lot of damage. That's 37 damage from a little baby Flurry Blows. Just play Tantrum, Consecrate, carve, it's super dead. Wow. Goodbye, Giant Head. Giant Head's in peril, as usual. And we also found a tungsten rod. Whenever we would take damage, we take 1 less damage instead. Not bad, although that would, for that to be good, it requires to take damage, which we're not doing very often. We're playing the Watcher. Busted modded character, am I right, guys? Trying to actually block here. Yeah, and we're not blocking. The only way we can block is Wallop, and it's intangible this turn, so we're taking some damage here. Definitely a bit awkward. And Runic Pyramid is cooking, of course. Runic Pyramid's insane, makes it a lot easier to go infinite and have all our deck in our hand. Find a Thread Needle, giving us 4 plated armor. It's a solid relic in general. It's not that good here, though. It's a bit late. It tends to be the best in the earlier part of the game where the 4 block a turn really matters. It's getting to the point where it's not as impressive anymore. Now I'm considering taking Halt again, because I'm like, ugh, do I need it? And maybe it was correct. It's definitely possible. We do have Rushdown twice, so we can just weave it in between the draws. It's certainly possible that the Halt is correct here. I just really didn't want it. And I normally would take the Halt. Like, I'm a Halt enjoyer. I see it. I definitely see it. It's just like I was feeling so strong here that I didn't even want it. And I was like, the Wallop's enough. I believed in the Wallop. And now you can see, like, the fact that we have this Consecrator Flurry is actually kind of awkward because of the whole thing, right? The real cards thing. It's a very tight margin getting to the infinite point. This is not good. Miracle Wallop. Defend. I have plated armor. Very wise. We had the same thought process. Oh yeah, I have plated armor. I think I was expecting to draw cards there. Rushdown is not in play, it turns out. And letter openers here, I forgot to mention that, but that's what just dealt 5 damage to everything after we played 3 skills in 1 turn. And it's making more minions again, that's very nice for us. Crush Joint, Inner Piece, find the Tantrum next turn. It's probably just dead. I am pointing attacks at it instead of the minions. Seems reasonable. And now it's correct to play the Flurry, even though we're reshuffling without it because we want it out of our hand to draw more cards. Or actual cards. I should have played Wish for Gold there. I could have gotten out of Wrath there. And Vault is here. Gonna take on that. Click on that, rather. That's pretty good. I found Art of War as well. Wow. This run is moving so fast. So Art of War, if we don't play any attacks on a turn, the next turn we'll gain 1 more energy. And so that's really good with Vault, because you can choose to not play your attacks on the turn and then just Vault and then pass, and then you'll gain 1 more energy the next turn. That's very strong with the Vault. Very cool, because we are attacking a lot, so the Art of War tends to not be so strong here, but that synergy is pretty good. And interested in killing this Spheric Jardian. I don't have to leave Wrath here because it's only doing 18. Now we can kill that guy. No need to play the Crush Joint. It is artifacted up after all. I actually played Strength. Wow, that was... Oh, because I have to kill the Spiker somehow. That makes sense. Get me out of that. Spiker's arch nemesis of the Watcher. I don't think it was necessary still, but I can respect the better safe than sorry approach. Slightly unoptimal in order to not have any headache there. And more Spikers are here. Brutal. Disgusting. But Wallop is the still the only way that we can block. It's getting a bit sus here, actually. Do we really do it with only Wallop and no other cards that block? Consecrate will deal 14 to me, go down to 7 block. This letter opener is huge. Love to see that. I'm gonna try to play some powers here. Tantrum is quite bad against Spiker, I have to say. Definitely not what you're looking for. It's interesting the way it works as opposed to like the Guardian. Like, the Guardian says whenever you play an attack, it reflects 4 damage, but every other source of thorns in the game is whenever it gets attacked, reflect the damage. So multi-hit hits you multiple times, right? Guardian would be too OP if it did that, though, I think. That would be absolutely brutal. And we're trying to get as much max health as we can, so we can kind of have a little bit of a buffer for turn 2 of the hard hit. Even if we take a tiny bit of damage in the Act 4 Elite, we should still have more than 67 health. And thankfully we started in Calm there, so we got to get out with the Wrath, and then block with Wallop, and then full block exactly. That's very nice. I may wish for Strength. Donor deck is actually pretty formidable here, it has to be said. Would have loved a Vault upgrade, but sadly didn't get there. And we have David Form as well, so the Vault is extra good. Giving us a full turn of the energy gain is great. And now we have Wished for Strength, doing the big damage. Meditate's gotten a bit awkward at this point as well. But it's so good in the earlier part of the run to make your turns more consistent. We have a lot of energy. I think this thing's dead. Goodbye, Dodeca. But we have enough gold to card remove at the shop, which is all we really care about, so no need to wish for the gold anymore. I could Eruption, Wallop, Tranquility, Day of Form. And once again, full blocking exactly. The plated armor is making me eat my words about how useful it is at this point in the run. That's twice in a row that it has gotten me from taking 4 to full blocking on turn 1 of a Act 3 boss fight. Kind of incredible. Not that it would have really mattered if we took 4, but it has to be said. And I would love to vault on the 12th card here. Miracle, Tantrum, Flurry, Vault, probably. Did I say Miracle? I meant to say Vigilance. Ew! What have I done? That's a mistake, by the way. Although I may have done this on purpose because I could probably kill it now. Ew. Ew. I remembered. It's fine. See, in case you don't know, Time Eater, when you play the 12th card, will turn skip you. And if you play Vault as your 12th card, you will overwrite their turn skip with your own turn skip. That's pretty strong. So we didn't even really need this because it would have just started resetting there, and then, like, this is disgusting. Oh my god. We had like 2 turns to spare there. Anyway, goodbye Time Eater. And thump to thump thump, Deep Pulsing Dread. The ending. So we're gonna upgrade something. Vault, yeah. That's pretty good. Tantrum's still unupgraded. Could have been good with the strength, but we don't need more damage, it's fine. And card remove, defend. Check for curses, no curses. Remove the defend. Potions are good, gonna keep those. How could we possibly die when we have Fear in a Bottle? That we kept the entire run. When did I buy that? Like, first half of Act 2? Second half of Act 2, maybe? Data for Miracle Vault. Gain some energy. Draw our whole deck. So I think we're infinite now. We are, for sure, but not against the heart. The heart puts the wound and the burn in there, which will make it a bit too awkward. Actually, we're probably infinite there as well, although it's a little bit weird. Oh, I'm gonna skip this one, guys. Be right back. All right, we have done it. Act 4 Elite's dead. No need for these. I'm offered the halt again at the very last moment here, but I'm still like, this halt, this wallop is fine. It's good enough. And I'm committing to the bit. Can we win with only 1 block card and vigilance? So I played that. Vigilance, Crush Joint, or maybe just Vault. Taking only 1 damage per card because of Tungsten Rod's pretty good, actually. We could be at like 78 right now, I guess. So yeah, play the Vault, draw 5 cards, and gain an energy. Seems good. I'd love to play this Wish. I want to get that in play for Strength. Play Eruption. Really? Kind of weird to play this Smite. I mean, not really, but kind of weird to do that at all. And Rush Down, Inner Peace looks good. So here's the thing, where like if we had drawn a really bad hand here, then then we could just tank this hit because of the max health from the Singing Bowl. Who care? And I can duplicate the Wish, since we already didn't duplicate the Deva form. Or I can just save it to duplicate Wallop in case I think it's too spooky. So yeah, probably not quite playing Wish this turn. That's a bit ambitious, I think. This is a tough turn, though. I'll let past me figure out what to do here. Thing is, I have no way out of Wrath right now other than Meditate, which ends the turn, of course, so. I do double the Wish, after all. And then just Meditate and move on? Sure. So we do tank the hit, take 1 billion damage, but it's fine. Now we should win. So apply the Crush Joints, make sure it's vulnerable so we can do 40 damage with Wallop. And we have to make sure we draw into the Wallop again. We could just Vigilance and pass, I think, but we can super duper full block when you do that. Tranquility and Eruption. Make sure we apply a bunch of vulnerables so it's vulnerable the whole fight. There's Wallop again, play that. Oh, but it's, ooh, I forgot. We've already done the full 200 damage, so it actually doesn't work. So I actually have to lose Fairy here, which that could have been a huge mistake, like actually disaster. Did you see it? Comment below if you saw it. Because Wallop always works, right? But we couldn't do any more damage, so it doesn't work. And I have to remember that we double wished for strength, so we might accidentally do so much damage with this Tantrum that we overkill it and we can't block. So you have to pay attention to that. We've already gotten a slap on the wrist. Now we have to take that and not forget about it again. And that's a bit awkward, actually, because we want to play Wallop twice, but by the time we, like, go back around and find it again, maybe we did too much damage already, right? So we should be playing Eruption instead of Tantrum, and not playing cards we don't have to that attack. Like, right now I could just pass with Calm and not die. Should play Wallop. Okay, good. Good. And it should be dead next turn now, so that's fine. Alright, cool. So we made it through it. Unfortunately, had to save scum the Hexaghost fight there, but we've done it. God forgive me, I've sinned. See, I'm interested in seeing how the feedback is on this one, if there is any. Let me know how you feel about that. Was that a reasonable time to save scum, or should I never ever even upload such a hideous act? If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.